In from Cillian Petrov.
Spotting and developing young footballers can prove exceptionally profitable.
Aidan McGeady, the 18-year-old.
Scots-born Aidan McGeady was nurtured by Celtic's youth system before scoring on his first-team debut. Just 6 years later, he was sold for £10 million. Good business. But just 4% of youngsters registered with a professional team reach the big time. That doesn't put off 6-year-old Lewis Robertson and 10-year-old Ross Alexander.
I like football because you get lots of opportunities to play with big clubs.
And who do you want to play for when you grow up?
Scotland.
One touch, then pass.
But the youngsters' relatives say the existing youth system is immoral and possibly illegal. They're asking Holyrood to step in.
You know, I meet boys that are 12 years old and have been told, sorry, we have to release you, you're not going to be a football player. Now, that is destroying young children.
They say the registration forms young players sign are too restrictive and mislead them about their prospects. They say clubs harvest too many children before later dropping them. They also want youngsters to have the right to break their contract as easily as the clubs. Right now, all eyes are on who's in and who's out in the transfer window. But the petitioners say a system of compensation for under-16s who move clubs has also created a transfer market for kids.
They shouldn't be surviving off potentially making money off a 13 or 14 or a 15-year-old. It's absolutely outrageous.
Inside Holyrood, the bosses of the Scottish game promised a review but insisted.
Nobody is talking about children as commodities. What we're talking about is developing talented children.
If we move away from that principle, then we will remove any incentive for clubs to develop young players.
The old firm insisted they do their best by their young players.
We do make it as fun and as entertaining and as appropriate to their age group as we can.
There is a dropout there, but at the same time there's opportunities there as well to live their dream really, and that is to be a professional footballer.
So the bosses of Scottish football are now under pressure to act, but with clubs now hugely dependent on selling youth players for big bucks, they're likely to resist fundamental change. The future of Scottish football could well be at stake. Jamie Livingston, STV News at Holyrood. Nice touch. Tell you, I'm going to look back on this when you're a professional footballer and be able to say, when you're playing for Scotland. Nice turn, nice turn. Size 2, are they? Right. Hi. Yeah. Say again? Mr. Robertson?
Right. Hi, what have you?
Hi, I'm Simon. I work for you.
How are you doing?
Just to let you know, he's just on his way out. He's just on a phone call.
Oh no!
You've done it now.
I used to play up in St Andrews
Right.
for United up there, but it was all the Fife leagues, you didn't really, I never came across
Come down that far,
No.
Draw you back, Jamie, because I'm
Yep.
seeing your shoulder and also casting shadows.
Right, okay.
Just name and position, please.
Your full name and position for me, or who you are.
My name's Scott Robertson. I'm involved in schools football and boys club football.
Okay, you happy?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think the current youth system treats children and youngsters unfairly?
Definitely. It's
The Fife leagues, you didn't really, I never came across
come down that far.
No.
Draw you back, Jamie, because I'm
Yep.
seeing your shoulder and also casting shadows.
Right, okay.
Just name and position, please.
Your full name and position for me, or who you are.
My name's Scott Robertson. I'm involved in schools football and boys club football.
Okay, you happy?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think the current youth system treats children and youngsters unfairly?
Definitely. It's incredibly unfair, terribly one-sided, and I'm not the only one that agrees. We've had similar comments for the Commissioner for Children and Young People, the STUC, the Scottish Youth FA.
What, in your view, is unfair about the current system?
I think We set out the dreams and aspirations of young kids on the pretense they're going to be professional footballers. They're asked to sacrifice too much, and by that I mean in ways of playing for their school football team, not allowed to play with their friends in the park, and chasing the dream of playing professional football. The terms of the registration of the contracts is unfair. The clubs can cancel at any time. However, the young child is tied for a year, and in some cases 3 years.
I like the first part of your answer. We'll get you to do that again if that's about, they're chasing the dream, but they're unfairly treated. So what does the current system do in terms of telling kids about their future prospects?
Well, it sells a dream to a 9 and a 10-year-old that they're going to be a professional football player, and they ask that young child to sacrifice perhaps schoolwork, time studying and playing football with their friends through the school's football and the boys club locally, and it's too much of a sacrifice in a lot of cases.
Is the current system balanced too much in favour of the clubs and not the kid?
Oh, very much so, very much so. As I said, we're not the only ones that think that, and there's a real feeling at the real grassroots level amongst boys clubs and schools that the system is showing far too much preference towards professional clubs.
What are clubs doing at the moment in terms of, how many kids do they pick up, and therefore what is their commitment to the youngster?
Well, it's interesting you use the word commitment because they're currently at a very young age, 8, 9, 10-year-olds, using a form called a commitment form. This is not recognised by the SFA, and in most cases gives the child and the parents, I have to say, a false sense that they are signing for a professional club, when in fact they're not.
Do you think at the moment clubs are quite happy with the way the system unfolds? They profit at the tail end, but have to put very little development or cash in at the grassroots and commitment to these kids.
Well, absolutely. They are, and the term used a lot is harvesting children. If they can get as many young kids that can kick a football and have a look at them and get them into the system, is it really of any interest how many they're turning over? As long as they can find one little diamond and all that, but we're sacrificing hundreds upon hundreds of kids in this system.
Do you think that the current system is not only failing, who is it failing in terms of, is it the kids, is it the clubs? So who is the current system failing?
Well, it's a very good question. This system started 15, 16 years ago. Is the national team any better than it was 15, 16 years ago? Are our clubs doing better in Europe? So are we failing nationally? Are we failing at club level? Are the kids that are being taken into the system and then released? I meet boys that are 12 years old and have been told, sorry, we have to release you, you're not going to be a football player. Now, that is destroying young children.
So, that's a really good example. So, so even just use that again and say, I meet kids of 12. So what should the clubs be doing? And then go on to say, that's not what we should be doing, or what should the clubs be doing instead in terms of nurturing these kids? So what's your experience, and what's wrong with that?
Well, we're taking in kids at a very young age, and we're taking in a lot of kids. And we meet 10, 11, 12-year-olds, and we meet their parents who say he was released as a very young player and he never went back to football, or it took him a couple of years to get back into football because they're destroyed by getting released from that club.
Is it a case of, should we be having kids of under 16 signing contracts full stop? Are you against that system, or does it just need to be amended?
I think the system has to be amended. We have to reduce the number of children that are taken into this system, and we have to be realistic. Just now, in this season, we have something nearing 3,000 kids in this system. We don't have 3,000 elite players in this country. If we did, we'd be going to the World Cup every 4 years.
Let me just check. About the transfer market, you talked about compensation payments. What does the compensation payment system, in effect, produce within the marketplace?
Well, I would argue very little. It's £5,000 per year that a child has been with a professional club. So if Club A wants to buy a child that's been with Club B for 2, 3, 4 seasons, they're having to pay £15,000, £20,000. Now, this is a flagrant breach of the FIFA statutes, which strictly forbids this practice.
What does I'm almost trying to get you to say, right now the transfer window is open for pro players, right? So all eyes are on that. But very few people would think there's anything akin to a transfer market for kids, I guess. Sorry, I know you're having to look into the light.
Sorry.
It looks a lot better on television because your face is well lit. But I've
well, that's
been
not
there.
good.
It's hellish. But so I'm almost getting you to say, you know, the current system basically means we've got a transfer system, a transfer market of sorts for youngsters.
Right, okay.
So what does the current system do?
Well, what it does is it creates a transfer market. If I am with a big club, perhaps in Glasgow, and I see a talented young player who's 12, 13, 14 years old through in Edinburgh, I can effectively buy that player, and I'll pay £5,000 per season to secure that young player.
What is the problem with that?
Well, it is creating a transfer market for children. It's illegal, I think. It's immoral, and we're against it because it restricts the movement of the players. So if the player is unhappy with the club and wants free, there's no mechanism to release that player. So effectively that club that holds his registration ties and binds that young player. Bit long-winded answer.
Yeah,
that.
well, but I like the line where you say we think the current system is immoral, possibly it may even be illegal, and we just think it binds young players or whatever. So
right.
Nice, short and sharp. So what is your view? Sorry, Colin. What is your view on the current system, and what is its impact on players?
Well, it ties players to the club. We think it's immoral to bind the players to a club for a fee. We think it's potentially illegal, and we certainly think it breaches the FIFA statutes.
And it's just plain wrong?
In my opinion, yes, definitely.
Does it exploit children?
I think it does, yes.
We'll put all that together, right?
Right.
Okay, so I'll ask, does the current system exploit children? And you say, we think it does. We think it's immoral, it's illegal,
right.
Unfairly binds children to a club or whatever. Okay. Does the current system exploit children?
It definitely does. In our opinion, we think it's immoral, we think it's illegal, and we are certain it breaches the FIFA statutes.
Perfect. Great. We'll just do a two-shot, all right? Carry on. Okay. So I'll ask a really long question. It's not for sound, it's just for example. Do you think youth football, the way it's set up at the moment, basically means you've got hundreds, thousands of youngsters who are dangled a little carrot, and then it's stripped from them, we're not developing them properly. I mean, what's your view?
Absolutely. I think Colin's a really handsome man. He's sitting behind the camera there. Not as good looking as yourself, obviously, but and I saw your talent there as you were kicking the ball backwards and forwards, and I think my boy could learn a lot from you, quite frankly. So.
Good stuff.
That's it.
Right.
Go on, Willie.
Get
Do
it
the
on.
coaching. That's it. Good left foot, Lewis.
Good first touch. Right, get it back. Lewis. Nice
Head
and
up.
easy. Head up.
Right, see if you can swap feet. So you've got to take 2 touches. You've got to move it across your feet. Back you go, Lewis. That's it. So
That's
1 touch, then pass. 1 touch, pass, Ross. That's it. Keep on your toes.
That's
Up,
it.
up, up.
Good boy.
That's it. You've got to take 2 touches for this. 1 touch on either foot. That's it. That's it. Oh.
Right, Lewis, get it. Tom, spin.
Drag back.
Atta boy.
Right, nice easy pass. Nice and easy. 2 touches. 2 touches. Move the ball. That's it. 1, 2. Move your feet, Ross. Come on, Lewis.
Right, Ross, boy.
Nice and easy. Left foot. Hey.
Oh, we fancy bits we're getting here. Good
Right,
stuff,
go on.
Lewis.
Got to stay up your toes. Go on, then, Mike. That's it. Also good. Nice and easy back. Make you look. That's it. On your toes. On your toes. On you go. Up. That's it. Head up. Have a look. See
Can the
where
two
Ross
guys
is.
stand
That's it.
closer
Well
together?
done,
Eye
Ross.
on him.
You
Well
guys
done.
just stand a little bit closer together. Yeah, perfect.
Right, push.
Well done. Touch. Left foot. That's it. Ross. Left foot. Well done. Well done. That's it.
2.
Keep it going. Keep it going. 1. Get your head up. Have a look.
2.
Side of the foot. Side of the foot. Remember, Lewis.
Atta boy.
Oh. Side of the foot. Hey, hey. Side of the foot. Come on.
right. Keep it
I'll go and get that. I'll go and get that.
Go and wipe your nose, Lewis.
I've
Go
got
and get
it,
that.
Lewis. Lewis, you're
Play
not.
this one, play
Stay
this
there.
one.
Stay there. Lewis, back this way. Get your slip.
Let me see your face.
The other man. It's got to be accurate. Don't rush it. Make sure you get it to him, right? That's the most important part.
Off we go.
You go. 2 touches, remember.
1,
Brilliant,
2.
Ross. Good start.
1, 2.
1,
1,
2.
2. That's
Nice,
better.
2 touches. Move your
2.
feet, Lewis. That should
1,
have been
2. 1, 2.
That's it. Well done. Well done.
Make sure it gets to him. That's it. Leave a wee more gap between
That's
you.
it. Good, Lewis. Good, Ross. Keep on your toes when you're off the ball.
Good.
That's
Good.
it.
Atta
That's it.
boy.
Well done, guys. Well done. Yes. Good, Ross. Good move. Staying
Back
on,
you got.
staying
That's
on
the
your
stuff.
toes, Ross. That's it. Well done. Good adjust there. That was a good adjust. That's it, Lewis. Come
Good
back a
boy.
wee bit. Come back. Lynn. That's it. Excellent.
Right, left.
Good.
Right,
Left.
left.
Well,
Bit for me, Lewis. Face the sunshine. Brilliant. Okay, so you just stay like that, and then you do
yeah,
keep
wing
your
catch.
face,
Thank you. That's come.
Ross. Brilliant. And again. Turn a bit when you do it. Turn a bit. Just go in a bit closer to Lewis. Sorry. Face the sunshine. Oh. Is it Willie? One more, boys, just one more. Okay, so just go a bit closer towards Lewis. Can you turn a little bit towards the sunshine? So you're a bit sideways on. That's it. Okay. Willie, can I just move you for a second? Sorry. Okay. Right, boys. When you're ready. Go, Lewis. Go, Ross, rather. And again. That was great.
You happy with that, Con? Yep. Alright, so you're just looking at me and don't worry about it, alright? So, do you want to be a professional footballer when you grow up? Hang on. Guys, sorry, just for 1 second. Thank you. Alright. Do you want to be a footballer when you grow up? If so, who do you want to play for?
Musselburgh, Windsor.
Musselburgh Windsor. You don't want to play in the professional league?
Yeah.
Who do you support?
Scotland.
And do you support Hibs or Hearts or what club team do you support?
Barcelona.
Barcelona. But you want to play for Scotland though?
Yeah.
Tell me, what do you like about playing football?
Just that it's fun.
Are you wanting to become a professional?
Yeah.
What position do you play?
Striker.
Are you good?
Yeah.
Score lots of goals?
Yeah, quite a lot.
Tell me, what position do you? If you can put this in the same answer, what position do you play? What do you like about football, and who you want to play for? All right. So, what do you like about football, and what position, and who do you want to play for? On you go. Can you remember the question? So, what position do you play, and who do you want to play for?
Okay. I play in striker.
And I play for Mr. Windsor.
And who do you want to play for when you grow up?
Scotland.
Perfect, well done. Well done. Your first interview. Your first interview. You did very well. First of many, I hope. Right. Now then, it'll be very similar, alright? You happy, Colin?
No.
We'll just let that motorbike go away from behind, making a big noise. Go on another one.
Second one's an SV, just if you're interested.
Oh, right, okay. Right, okay. What position do you play and what do you like about playing football?
I play centre mid and I like playing football because it's fun and you get to learn stuff about football and it's quite fun.
Who do you want to play for?
A really big club, like some in the Scottish or the English League.
Tell me again, what do you like about playing football and what position do you play and who do you want to play for when you grow up?
I play centre mid. I like football because you get a lots of opportunities to play with big clubs. It's fun and that's just about it.
Want to be a professional?
Yeah.
Who do you support and who do you want to play for when you grow up?
I support Hullwood Boys Club and my team in the Scottish League. I support Celtic.
So what is it about football? I mean, do you think it's very difficult to become professional, or do you think it's something you could do?
I think it's something I could do.
Why is that? You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
So tell me, how good do you think you are at football, and what do you think you'll do when you grow up?
I'm very good at football and I think I'll be a professional footballer or something like that.
Who do you think you'll play for?
I don't know, probably somebody in the Scottish League.
Perfect. Well done. Thank you very much.